Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 28 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. In the last part, we basically just got ourselves a bunch of quests, and now we're just going to have a little bit of a doing. So, we picked up the quest, top trade secret. Sorry, no we didn't. We picked up the trade, terms of trade, the Principe quest, symbols of death. And that's what we picked up in the last part. At the moment, we're focusing on terms of trade. So let's get ourselves on with that. So I've been promised a reward if I can resolve these matters. So at the moment, this mission actually spawned a new one, the Storms of Pokokahara. So the first expedition planned to stop at the island of Tikawara, southwest of Nekataka, where they hoped the locals might direct them on to Pokokahara. If I speak with the villagers there, perhaps they can provide me with the same information. I met Vector, a cook with the Valerian Trading Company expedition. He stayed on Tikawara while his companions continued on to Pokokahara. He's still waiting for their return, or news of their deaths. Chieftain Ranu can direct me to Pokokahara. His hut is in the northwest or northeast of area of town, on a hill above the trading post. I heard mention of the village's priestess Nara, who is not happy about the recent influx of foreigners. If you want to see her, want to hear her side of things, I can find her at the shrine.
Still your tongue.
So at the moment we have this woman and Victor.
Filthy lizards. Even here, I always smell them.
The woman stands outside of the half-finished building, arms crossed, as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scowl on her face makes it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tikawara? Who are you, stranger?
The Valerian Trading Company wants me to look after their investments.
More merchants and diggers. Better to go back to where you came from. I tell Ranga Ruanu that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
She flirts her nostrils and grimaces. My friends here promised they'd bathe before we left port. Adir checks for onlookers before tucking his nose under his arm and sniffing. He appears more than a little taken aback by his finding, causing him to grin and give a nod and wink. Saffron's eyes close as he nods along, and thoughtfully Jyoti rubs a knuckle alongside the edge of her jaw.
I speak of the Lagufath. There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Her scars are like seams, tugging her face into a scowl.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
She shakes her finger, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I push the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
This is survival. It's no wonder they come when the beach smells like a Lagufath hatchery.
Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Grinning, she thumbs the hide, her belt slung across her waist.
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
A little competition sounds like fun.
Akira, the fish are not so little up close, but I say you can handle yourself.
She praises you again, this time nodding.
Hunting tales of our ancestors say the brood will scatter when their fish Ranga is killed. No need to chase the children if you cut the head from the mother.
She makes the sweeping motion across the neck. I need a place to rest.
You'll never meet a more welcoming tribe.
She thrusts her face inches from yours and glares at you, if daring you to disagree.
See? The villagers brawl for the honor of your visit.
So we can stay at Raparu's Mat, the Gentle Breeze, or Ocean Song. I have no intention to rest at the moment because that's fucking expensive. We could hire another Sigram. The good thing is we don't have to hire Igrin now, who's a character I made, because we already have a Herald. We don't have to. Well, we could hire Orsic, but we don't need that many paladins in one party. To be fair, you don't need more than one anyway. Wait, what? Custom level? Not native level. Yes, yes. Let's all recruit level 1s. Fucking idiots. We could. I do eventually want to swap out for another paladin because I want 2 paladins at once. I would like to get Maya in the party as well, but I can't, like... If I'm honest, the only person I really don't need on the is Seraphim in my party. Shoti's really useful. Aloft and Yadir, you just can't not have anyway. You have to have them, like, personally. So let's have a look at our quest. We just picked up the quest, the Broodmother's Fury. And she wants the Broodmother's dead, so... I mean, we're a Bleak Walker. We like competition. There's nothing wrong with killing some people for a competition.
Joanna was wise to bring us here. A year, and still foreigners never attack.
But our food dwindles. Better to die fighting than starving.
Can't say I disagree. Good talk to the chieftain. Welcome to Tikawara. A Namua huddles in close conversation with the warriors next to him. He whispers in a low, stern voice. No sooner do you catch his eye, than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face.
Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests.
He inclines his head and touches his brow. I understand a Valiant expedition came through here.
Akira, and I expect many trading company boat to follow it.
He smiles broadly, even as he looks you up and down.
I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Pococahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
He raises his hand to gesture to the east. His hands fall limply to his side. Because we're from the Ixamitil... Oh, fuck. Since we're from here, we can say it's a wonder you can even sustain a tribe under these conditions.
Tikawara is not our first home. I am hoping it grows more opportunity than Kuiki.
His gaze wanders toward the door.
The Valians went to Pococahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
He absently presses his knuckles, worrying the blood from his fingers. Yeah, I have some history with old places that cause storms. I'll have a look. His eyes widen a little. The smile that creases his face seems, for the moment, genuine.
Here. This was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pococahara in brighter days.
He passes you a heavy length of copper shaped in a spiral. A copper Muzami shell key. This looks like a she shell.
The Muzuma snail. A foul thing, yes? They eat for the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say. It is nothing the Kawaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies.
He shrugs, smiling.
If you need aid, Himarihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
He raises his finger to his brow once more. I have questions about Pococahara.
Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins. Never answers.
He waves you on. How is Pococahara causing storms?
You are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things. Our ancestors told of luminous Ardra, the bones of the Deadfire, breaching through the sands of Pococahara. Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Ardra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger.
It's highly unusual for Ardra to impact the environment as you described.
Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating.
Rowana scratches his head and shrugs.
Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats. Speak on, friend. What say?
Farewell. I was a little bit nicer to you than I wanted to be, but what can you do? Elgin Craftworth is a copper representation of Muzami shell, a Corsian snail that thrives in the water of Deadfire Archipelago. Scratch marks and green patina only hint at the age of its piece. Right, let's get out of here. Let's go kill that brood mother. That sounds like a great quest to do straight away. Gonna quickly check our characters, make sure we're sticking to it. Yep. Oh no, see, we've been benevolent. No, that's not. We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to be benevolent. We need to stop being benevolent. So let's go kill these Lagaweth. On On foot, please. Thank you. Population of 64. Talk about nice and small, eh? You received an important message from Captain Aldous. So, you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are, and unlike my unfortunately block-headed second-in-command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Aldous, commander of the God's damned New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet me under the strictest parley in Fort Deadlight. Which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little half-side chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend Aldous. P.S. This is not a trap. That's a fucking trap, mate. Bullshit. But let's go to Swimpy Beach. We're gonna, do these little fights. Something about the curve of this path ahead of you gives you pause. We have the obscured sight lines. You recognize this as a good site for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, you don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects, no rustling of animals. Even the air is stifled. Search for the presence of other minds. The old man puts his fingers to either side of his head and his temples, and he closes his lime green eyes. Aye, Cap. Something's been up there, but I can't be telling you what. Seraphim frowns. You know what? Let's shout. I'm not hiding here. You want me? Come get me. A sharp intake of a breath follows a quiet thump, and you look toward the sound of a feathered dart protruding from Seraphim's side. Your companion blinks at the projectile for a moment before tearing it free and throwing it aside. He stumbles sideways and points past you. I like how it's a deer who's actually injured. With long, flailing limbs, a colossal figure charges towards you, its bulbous eyes filled with hunger. I do find it amusing that a deer, even though it was meant to be Seraphim, a deer is the one who got fucking injured. That's beyond brilliant.
Here we go.
Let's fuck this guy up. Holy shit, this guy is meant to be really... Oh, yeah. I forgot, we have multiple people. Not really an issue. Mule kick, yep. See, I can hit hard enough to mule kick really does help. I'm not gonna lie, using a two-handed weapon really is making my attack stronger.
That's not very helpful to the queen.
So you do it.
Show me. Yes?
What's this? A fine club that we're never going to use. Lagoweth liver and a fish.
I'm on it.
But it looks like there's some things to loot. Yeah, it looks like that was all that was here. There's a Lagoweth who injured a deer, but didn't injure him anything but just like a basic injury, which is, you know, better than anything else, obviously. Oh yeah, while I remember, oh, fuck you, game. I'm just going to quickly turn that off and put that there. And, let's not look at those. This happens every so often, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize that you got to see my lovely Spotify list there. So, I apologize for the unprofessionalism that is technically being showed because the game crashed, but it happens. As I said, it happens. I don't know when the last save was, though, so we may have to redo that fight if the game decides to load back up quickly enough. It's just doing its writing of files. That's fine. There we go. The game should be starting now, so we should be all good. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll add a couple minutes at the end of this part to basically say sorry for this. Unfortunately, not much I could have done. I could do about a crash that had just happened randomly. I may have to add more than a couple of minutes. No, I don't want to start a new goddamn game. I'll continue the game I was playing. Right, so we have to just do the fight again, that's fine.
Another for the queen.
Right, guys, let's fuck this guy up.
Can't make a dent.
Gonna mule kick him, even though he's already been mule kicked.
Me too.
This is the annoying thing is now I'm not gonna get the kill. I got a kill last time. Oh no, I still got it. Bitchin'. Fucking Lagaweth being a pain in the ass. Right.
Nice and quiet.
Hopefully it doesn't crash this time, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Alright, let's go to this old battleground and do a bit of searching. You come upon the ancient side of a battle. So you come upon the side of an ancient battle. A ratty standard snaps in the breeze, its colours leached by the sun. Search, so we search. Got a cloak of protection, nothing of value, and that was it. Let's go get this little bit here. Ah, he wants me. Apparently, we can't cross over there. Let's have a look at this cloak of protection then. It's basically the same as that ring, so we'll give it to Shotib. Right. I think, yeah, that's the ravine where we need to go kill those. What's it called? This is the Bohica Pass, which we need to get through. The rumbling reaches your ears first, a low growl from the land, before being pierced by the cry of a distant bird. The ground sets to vibrating beneath your feet, the growing roar of the stampeding beasts echoing around you. You crest a rise to find the stampede has passed, now only a rumbling cloud in the distance. As the dust settles, you notice that a few of the boar remain fallen still, with large feathered darts protruding from their fur. A single upright boar remains, a piglet that nudges its snout against one of the prone beasts. I'm gonna approach openly. You pick your way down the rise and approach the downed boars. They seem to be breathing, albeit shallowly. You're not sure how long they will have before they meet the real. I'm gonna collect the baby boar. With a single swift motion, you scoop up the piglet, clamping your hands over its snout, and we gain a baby boar. Pretty cool. So in attacks interrupt with melee weapons, grants party-wide effect. Pretty cool. We're going to investigate the surroundings. Alof will. The dart seems to be from some of the Lagaweth that haunt this island. You've likely only moments before they descend for the kill. Draw your weapons and prepare for battle. Dart seems to have been from one of the Lagaweth that hunts the island. Some of the Lagaweth that hunt the island. Okay. You spin on your heel at the sounding of flapping feet and find yourself staring down a group of Lagaweth hunters. With a gurgled hiss, they advance upon you. Well, they're going to find themselves gutted, aren't they, then?
Let's get started.
Go take out this big one.
Me too.
Fuck this big guy.
Watch my hands.
Hey, that wasn't it.
This is
What's
futile.
this ability? Leap. Ah, yes, it's a, I want to do it.
Damn him, blast.
I want to see what it's like.
Me too.
Oh, it's literally just a leap.
Little something for you.
I feel like I should have I feel like I should not be surprised, but I still am.
Me too.
Not gonna lie, greatswords definitely seem to have improved a lot in this game than they were in the first one. Ooh, a warhammer. It's Galmaraz. No, it's not. That's not true. Minor over. Yep, we need that. That needs to go to Alof as well. Actually, no. We need to give that to her because she does healing, which is of course an AOE. Yeah, no one else. Wait a minute. Could you dual wield like magical implements? Because if you can, I might give him two. See, this is the annoying thing is we have got armor that can be upgraded. Like, obviously we can't do this yet, but we've got like Jochi's sickle can be given urgent harvest, which grants urgent harvest, which gives her plus 15% action speed for 10 seconds when near a slain enemy, increases with religion skill. Or what's finality? Finality, free draw damage per 3 seconds for 18 seconds on a hit. Honestly, don't know which I'd prefer to those. But we can also make her weapon fine. We could actually get it up to superb. 1, 6. I could actually do it as well. I don't know why I would. But the big point is we could get a lot of these weapons leveled up. And I don't even use this weapon anymore, so it was kind of stupid to upgrade it. Yes, we've got quite a bit of stuff to do there, but we'll wait for now.
I'll see. Oh, I hope you know what you're doing.
Let's get the tusks off these guys.
Yes?
Right. Let's have a little look around. I know this is one of the generic maps they use for certain like little fights, but you know, they could have something of interest here. Doesn't look too like it though. Off we go. Oops. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.